At the end of the day, money is power. And if you see things happening in this world that you don't like and want to change, you're going to need some extra power. Hey, CEO fam, welcome to the CEO desk with Brianna Marie. I'm coming at you today from my actual CEO desk where I'm currently building my multi-million-dollar vision, maybe even $1 billion vision. And speaking of that vision, can we talk about something that so many people are afraid to say out loud? Like, let's just admit it already. You want to be rich, like really rich, not just comfortable, not just debt free. You want the kind of wealth that changes your family tree, the kind that makes your kids set for life. And that is okay. Because at the end of the day, money is power. And if you see things happening in this world that you don't like and want to change, you're going to need some extra power. So let's talk about it. This was a realization I had as I was handling some of my business financials for the season and going over some numbers, same as I do during every quarterly business review. And while the numbers may have looked better than the year before, and I did hit one of my income goals, it really made me think. Like, I'm grateful for where I'm at, but I know I can take this thing so much further. I know I can introduce my bank account to some new numbers, some numbers it hasn't seen before. You know what I mean? So I had to ask myself, am I actually allowing myself to have what it is I say I want? And I really had to think about that for a moment because I talk a lot about creating generational wealth, but a lot of us are subconsciously more comfortable with the idea of wealth than the actual reality of it. We'll post about our goals and we'll write them down. We say we want financial freedom and have so much money we can just give it away by the boatloads to causes that we care about. But then deep down, there's a part of us that feels safer staying exactly where we are. And maybe it's from things we heard or saw growing up. Maybe it's because we've been conditioned to just be grateful for what we have and never ask for anything more. Maybe we've internalized that putting ourselves first and really going after what we want is selfish. And if you feel where I'm coming from right now, drop a comment below and let me know. Because I know I'm not the only one who has had to unpack this. But as for me, I grew up watching my mom work incredibly hard, like multiple jobs at a time, and still struggle at times. But then there were also times where I saw that her hard work could get us nice houses and trips and new clothes and shoes. So I absorbed this weird mixed message that if you want nice things, you have to work your ass off for it and sacrifice sleep and fun and quality time with your family. And if you even slack off a little bit, the good times are over and you'll lose it all. So don't get too comfortable. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Accept every dollar and every cent because you never know when the good times will end. And then when I started my business, I subconsciously carried this exact belief into my business. So while I set out to intentionally build freedom giving systems into my business, I often found myself working myself into the ground just to keep the damn business afloat. And I just add more offers, more energy drains, more responsibilities, and I'd be so burnt out and not even hitting my income goals. And then I had the audacity to feel guilty for wanting to rest after I ran myself into the ground. I'd feel guilty when I wasn't working, when I literally started the business to give me more freedom to begin with, time and money. And this is just a classic example of what those subconscious beliefs can do to you. When you don't step up and give yourself permission to be wealthy and live your absolute best life, you end up undercharging and over delivering to the point of burnout. You'll say yes to all types of opportunities that just keep you busy, but not necessarily profitable. And you'll build a business that looks successful from the outside, but barely even pays you. Are y'all tracking? Let me know in the comments. Because if it is your goal to be wealthy, don't be afraid to affirm it. I am wealthy. Don't be afraid to believe it. I am wealthy, damn it. Period. Give yourself permission to get as rich as possible because we need more honest and caring and creative people to be wealthy in this world. Because we can seriously change the world. We can make things better with our wealth. Wealth is power. That's just how the world works. So here's your challenge for today. I want you to write yourself a permission slip, literally. Get a piece of paper or open your notes and write this at the top. I give myself permission to, then finish it. Here's what mine said. I give myself permission to outgrow the financial ceiling I saw growing up. I give myself permission to want more, to charge more, to have more without justifying it to anyone, including myself. And I give myself permission to be rich and still be a great person. I give myself permission to change my family story starting now. And I put that on my desk. It's right over here, actually, where I can see it every day. I'm not going to bother taking it down because sometimes I still need the reminder. And your permission slip might look different. Maybe yours is about giving yourself permission to invest in your business or to hire help or to finally charge what you're actually worth. Whatever it is, write it down. Then I want you to leave a comment below with one thing you're giving yourself permission to do, have, or become. Because at the end of the day, we cannot sit around waiting for someone else to validate our dreams or tell us it's okay to want what we want. You have to give yourself that permission. Also, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment letting me know what resonated from today. The algorithm loves engagement, and I love knowing that this is actually landing for you all. And before I go, I just want to say the world doesn't need you to continue to shrink yourself and play small. Your kids don't need you to model struggle. And your future self is literally begging you to stop apologizing for wanting more. You don't need anyone's permission but your own to build wealth. So give it to yourself today, right now, because the CEO you're becoming is already rich and just waiting for you to catch up. I'll catch you in the next one.